What's good, everyone? This is going to be a very kind of chilled out video about WoW, just talking about the information I've seen. I've been following all the data mines, the leaks, just anything I can watch, read, whatever. I keep up to date with it. So in this video I'm just going to talk about what I'm keen for when it comes to classes, content and things like that. So if you want, feel free to put this on in the background while you run around WoW, wrecking some noobs or whatever it is, doing some dailies, and let's get into it. So the first thing I got to talk about is something I only just saw today. So it's the 17th of April here in Australia, and it's just been released or patched in that there is endgame questing, I think you'd call it. I don't know what else to really, they haven't really got a name for it yet. It's really early stages, but when you get 110 pretty much, all these quests open up. Now these now people are gonna freak out. Oh no, not dailies. No, it's not like dailies. It's not like dailies. Well, kind of, but we'll get into it. So first of all, there's different categories. There's PvP ones. They'll have different rewards. So some will get you to go and do stuff, and they'll give you artifact power for your weapon, which is going to be really important, especially if you're a raider. Some are going to give you PvP rewards, or get you to do PvP items. So I have an example here. So one will be like on the map, you pop it up, there's no quest giver or anything, you literally just go to the area on the map. You can only see this when you're 110, where there's two swords crossed over. You can hover over at the map and it'll tell you about it, what rewards you'll get and things like that. But you go there, participate in the if it's tower defense or whatever it might be, just world PvP, and if you win or even just participate, you'll get rewards. There's also like your if you get 4 of these quests done, you get reputation towards some things, as well as there's a bigger unlock. So think of it as right now WoD, how there's the go and do 5 heroic dungeons and then you get the mythic chest. It's kind of like that. This is go and do 4 quests for this reputation, and then you get this reward, or go and get 4 quests for this reputation and you also get this reward, as well as all the other individual rewards for doing that certain task. So that's really something I was really interested to see, and I hope I explained it well enough. I'll be putting pictures on the screen to go along with what I'm saying, and hopefully that gives you like a really good understanding. So there's that, and that only just came out today, so a lot of people probably don't know about that, and that's about all I can talk about it. The next thing is probably I'm going to focus on classes here. So one is the transmog system, and with this opening up and their new stuff, I'm really keen on one, Death Knights, because has anyone seen the tier 18 Death Knight set, especially the mythic set? Like, come on, I'm going to put a picture up of that. One of the sickest sets I've ever seen in the game. I'll play a Death Knight. I'm going to try and rock that. I mean, you can get a PvP version of it, which is just a different colour. So I will be rocking that. And with DKs aside, a lot of the other classes have really sick gear as well. I have videos on it talking about and showing all the sets, so make sure you check that out. I only uploaded that like 2 weeks ago. But also the druids. So you have Feral and like Guardian now. Their artifact weapon has the the transmog change, the actual whole skin changes, and the gameplay, because I actually play Feral on WoD right now, the gameplay of Feral in Legion looks so much more fun. Really looks like the heavy bleed system's back, kind of not like just wait for Incarn and just massive crits until they're dead for 10 or 20 seconds. This is more about getting those real nasty heavy bleeds on, running away, trying to outplay your opponent, not just wait for burst, wreck them. If burst isn't up, just try and stay alive until burst is back. Like, that's pretty much how you play right now. But the system is a lot better, and I'll try and put some jewels up that I've watched other YouTubers do, because I'm not actually in the Legion Alpha, which is a pain, but I'll put some jewels up so you can actually see how the class is playing. So that's one class that I've focused on, and all the other classes have been redone as well with their abilities and things. Unholy Death Knight is going to be back, I believe, strong. It's got Necrotic Strike again, the all-time favourite, and it's got a new system with the new dot I can't remember what it's called, but you like put it on them and then you can use abilities to burst it and things like that and get certain amount of stacks. And it's going to be, I've heard that it's not super complex and really fun, but it's a lot better than where it is right now. And with that said, talking about classes and how they've changed things, every single class in the game has had their, the animations redone, their abilities redone. So you've got paladins looking just sick with their wings and their swings. They do like 360 kind of uppercuts with their, their Ashbringer, and that looks really cool. Feral, their rip really looks nasty when the animation comes on. Just little things like that is going to make the game a lot more aesthetic to play, if you know what I mean, like more appealing when it comes to the visuals, which is always a really good thing. Also, talking about visuals, I guess it's talking about visuals, is the setting for Legion. No more is this panda shit here. WoD was a step in the right direction, a bit more, more awesome, but Legion even more so, more dark, more foul energy based, and therefore the themes for the armor is a lot more dark. Like you have more spikes, more solid stuff. Like we've got the Paladin. Actually, was the Paladin set really good? Well, I've already talked about Death Knight, so that's sick. And I'll chuck out some other really good ones. I can't think of any because a lot were really good right now, except for Hunter. Always mess up Hunter. I don't know why that is. Fucking, what are you doing, Blizzard? But anyway, so we've covered, the classes, how their animations change, their abilities. We talked about the world quest system, and also something else I'm really interested in is this new PvP system, the new level up system, and we got the new PvP abilities. So hopefully now they can balance the game separately from PvE, which everyone's been wanting for like 5 years now, and they haven't wanted to do it except for right now. So that's going to be sick. Finally in the game. Hopefully it's balanced and you don't have boomies one-shotting everyone. The final thing I want to talk about is the artifact weapons. So the complexity is kind of back with the characters having their base abilities and their PvP abilities. That mixes it up and again lets the game be more balanced. But even more so, adding more complexity back to the game, which is what they took out in WoD and made it very bland, is artifact weapons. So how they did the ability squishes, where they took out, say Hunter had Beast Scare and used to be able to do all that stuff, just adding more elements to the gameplay, they took out and made boring, right, in WoD. Well, this is back. One, with the PvP system, but if you don't do PvP, you also have artifacts, and all these artifact weapons have these really gnarly, original, special just moves they can do, and only that class can do, and that spec can do, even more so. So a good example of this is the Destruction Warlocks have finally been implemented, and you can see how their gameplay is, and it's really interesting because they can do damage while moving now. They're not getting shut down with melee. They can't get any Chaos Bolts off in WoD right now. They're not like that anymore. They have these rifts, they open up, and they just like, you don't even control it. You just put the rift there, you cast it while moving. So far, they might change that. And while you're running, you don't even really have to cast Incinerate and things anymore because that rift is doing damage. You got all little things like that, some instant casts, and it's looking really, really interesting. So that's just all that come to my head straight off the top for now. I might even add some more in the description if I think of more things that I might have forgot to talk about, but they're the major ones. And if you made it from start to finish listening to this video, thank you so much. That means a heap. And if you'd be kind enough as to like and subscribe, that would be so sick. And with that said, I will see you guys next time.